So tonight we are going to get some stuff out, some random stuff. I want to show you guys who are new some stuff real quick, or something real quick, anyways. Um, I only need two more bounties and a little bit more there. The first thing that we're gonna do, again, this is for new players, is go see Zur. Um, Zur, easiest way to describe him is like Destiny Space Santa, basically. Um, he is hands down. Oops, hold on, let me just like pause myself there. He will show up every week with random exotics that you can buy. So if you're new to the game and you're like, oh, I don't know what exotics to get, there's going to be a list of ones that, like, depending on the subclass, the class you're playing, and the subclass you're running, I could sit here and be like, oh, you have to get this one. Um, but the fact of the matter is that it's really up to you. There are certain ones that are not used more often than others. And again, I'm not going to sit here and go through that list. Not right now, anyways. Uh, but um, I do want to show you guys kind of what happens. Um, when he shows up, if he shows up, where he could show up, um, and kind of just give you a general idea of what you're looking at. Um, so give me just a minute here. Had to mess with some stuff for work, so still readjusting it all. All right, so this week Zur is in the tower. Um, he is not always in the tower. He is not. Yeah, he's not always here. It changes week to week. In the original Destiny, it was random every week. So one week he would be, um, in the Reef. The next week, like Venus. The next week, somewhere else. All that stuff. That's my speaker. um, so it was totally random. When Destiny 2 started, they were like, oh, let's put him on whatever planet the Flashpoint is on. Not terrible, but also not probably the best move. But they wanted to make D2 more accessible. Part of the fun of Destiny was every week, let's go find Zur. And we just really weren't able to do that. Because we knew where he was. It was just a matter of finding exactly where he was. So here he is. He's got tentacle on his face. Lake of Shadows. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll explain that here in a second, though. I know what this should be. So the Faded Engram, what this will do is it will give you... Yep, I knew I was getting those. It'll give you a random exotic that you don't already have. So say this week, I didn't have Jade Rabbit, Lucky Pants, Dune Marchers, Starfire Protocol. I have all of them, actually. But like in this case, my Warlock, I didn't have Starfire Protocol. I would buy this first and then get the Faded Engram. The reason being is the Faded Engram is guaranteed to give you something you don't already have. So that's a big distinction. And we'll look at what Geomags do here in a little bit. Collections, exotics. And the only thing I'm missing now is Getaway Artist, and that's brand new. So that's cool. And Arbalist comes out tomorrow. So anyways. What do they have me with? Scout and shotgun? I guess it's not terrible. That is a... Anyway, so you always want to pick those up, even the guns, if you don't have them, because, again, if you get Jade Rabbit from your Faded Engram, you cost yourself an exotic. So, essentially, if I was missing a bunch of exotics, I would be guaranteed 3 that I didn't have. 1, 2, and then whatever the Faded Engram is. You can only get 1 Faded Engram per account, so it's not per character. So don't think that, I can come here on my Warlock and then I'm going to jump over to my Titan and then jump over to my Hunter. It doesn't work that way. So make sure you get it on the character you want to get it on. Consumables, the Five of Swords. This is a challenge card. As you can see, it enables modifiers and nightfalls. That is, to me, it's pretty self-explanatory. That's what's used to get you like the 100,000 point nightfall that you want to do. You want to get every week. You want to knock out to get some gear and stuff. So you need that, and then invitations. So it's called Invitation of the Nine. What this does is this unlocks more backstory on different characters. I'm not going to get too into it right this minute. But thus far, we've seen background mostly on the Drifter, but also on a character that if you're just starting this game, you're not going to be super familiar with, called the Emissary of the Nine. Zura is also an emissary, but yeah, there's like semantics and whatnot there. But so yeah, you don't want to. There's some background on her. There's a little bit of background on the Queen of the Reef, which we kind of briefly talked about her the other day. This week seems to be about us. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, so I'm not going to discuss it. But let's see. So before we do anything, we are going to go to IO. So follow your visions to IO. So I'm going to come here for a couple of reasons, but the first one will be to get my new super. So there's going to be some story here, so I'm going to mute myself. You're not going to hear a lot of dialogue, if any, from me, other than potential explanations. But basically what happens, I'll kind of give you guys a brief look at it here once it loads up. There it goes. But in the middle of all of these, you will get an extra super. So there's one for each class. I won't tell you which one to go with because it is a personal choice. What I will tell you, though, is there are kind of some recommendations. Like I said, I'm not... Here we go.
Form of trees. I've seen them too. I went back to Io for answers. The last place the traveler touched. Io will react to your arrival. If you let it.
So, again, I didn't get any of the supers in the order that they were intended to the first playthrough. But the solar one does allow you to get a little bit more into like the raids and stuff. And by that I mean what you can use in the raids. It's much more useful if you get the solar on the Warlock.
I put us down right in front of the crater where the traveler touched Io. What was that?
Whatever you saw was for you and you alone. The traveler is speaking to you. Eyes up, Guardian.
Devotion inspires bravery. Bravery inspires sacrifice. Sacrifice leads to death.
So you may remember that it sounds
different from the other trees we saw.
These visions are constructs of the traveler's light, and light reacts to its surroundings.
You may remember that's pretty much what the speaker said when during the original campaign before we lost him. So that's if that sounds, if you're just joining us on stream, you may not have heard it, but that's where that came from.
Garden grows in both directions. It grows into tomorrow and yesterday. The red flowers bloom forever.
The Taken can see the trees. No, they sense the light.
The Taken are weeds, Guardian. Pull them up.
Oh.
might have been kings and queens of the deep, but you have toppled Oryx, and you have not replaced him.
Oh god. There, jeez.
Weapons aren't working. Try something else.
Oh, you mean that? Alright, 1 second here, guys.
Humanity must have protectors. You stand with me. I'm falling. We're gonna use some heavy here. Even the stars are brighter now. The whole cosmos is ablaze.
I die. Oh, but that's all good. Alright. Alright. Boom.
The Traveler's been alive for a year. Why has it waited so long to speak to us?
The Traveler gave you a vision even before its rebirth. When Gaul blocked its light, the Traveler showed you a path forward. The road to recovery is long, but when we grow stronger, so too does the Traveler.
Go devour proc. There's that. So yeah, it's a vision for us. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, you bastard. Hiya! Dead. Alright. Now this part here, if you guys don't remember as well, this was a lost sector. We originally did when we were here on IO. Ooh. Taking to the devil. That. Let's get in here.
The light lives in all places, in all things. You can block it, even try to trap it, but the light will find its way.
Now again, if that sounds familiar, that is very much... That is the speaker. It says Vision of Light. But if you again remember from the main story, those were all things...
Can we get closer?
Those are all things said by the speaker to Gaul.
Congratulations, Guardian. Remember, when we channel the light, we connect to something much bigger than any one of us. Even departed sparks, like Cade's, still leave a trace in this luminous web we call the light.
Alright. So, for this it says, we basically, you got a spark, and go with it, select a new super. Again, I told you guys, I'm going to go with the solar one. It's probably the hardest one to continue to unlock, but it is by far the one that you will want to try to get into raids. So... So what you see, Well of Radiance, it's in there. It does last quite a while. The cool part about it is there's a couple of different things I can use when dealing with this. This is all around versatile because it does also give one of the weapons. Oh my god, I just blanked on the name. We'll get it here in a minute. But there's a pair of boots, Warlock boots, that basically allows you to. Oh my god, I cannot believe I blanked on the name right now. But basically, it gives you like unlimited reloads for you and your teammates. So you don't actually have to reload. I'm shooting myself in the foot right now. I'm having this brain fart. But, yeah, they're all dead. Now what I really should do is put my well down. But let me go find these boots real quick. Lunafaction boots. Thank you. Jesus. Okay. Whew. Cannot believe I forgot those. Or the name of them. but they basically give you like reload without actually having to reload. Big in the raid, especially if you're cheesing the final boss. And the sword, as you can see, does kill people as well. So that's kind of the nice thing about it. It's not just the well. Oh, there's the boss. Right. Alright, all dead. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing this before I do anything else that I want to get done tonight. The biggest reason is, like my other supers, I have to upgrade these things to unlock them. And I'm already 52% of the way to get my melee. So, boom, boom. So since I don't remember what they all are offhand, we're going to look at some of the Warlock exotics that work really well with this. Not Skull Dagger Ahamkar, because Nova Bomb. Not Crown of Tempest. I have another world. Not bad. It's a really good neutral game. Marks priority targets and buffs ability regen. So it's kind of good all around. Verity's Brow, again, overall. Energy weapon kills recharge grenades. Stag grants Rift energy when critically wounded, creates healing Rift on death. Not Nezarac's Sin. Apotheosis Veil, ability energy on Supercast. Allies get class energy. Sunbracers. So these are really good. I'll probably pull a pair of these out when I get the melee. But solar grenades burn longer. Melee kills restore them. So basically, I throw a grenade, punch, throw a grenade, punch, throw a grenade, punch. Like, it's super cool. Karnstein Armlets, melee kills restore health for a short time. Ophidian Aspect, probably one of the best neutral game exotics in the game, but especially obviously for Warlocks. Improved weapon ready, speed, reload, and melee range. So when I say neutral game, for again those of you who are new, that means it doesn't give like a specific like Skull of Dire Ahamkar or Crown of Tempest. Like arc abilities restore arc. Arc ability kills restore arc abilities. Like that is very specific. This is general. It just does everything all around. Let me see. Winner's Guile. Melee kills increase melee range. It's not bad. Gain an additional melee charge. Claws of Ahamkar are really good for that. Controverse holds. Improved charging for void grenades. Again, if you're going something void, that's really good. Starfire Protocol gives you an extra fusion grenade. Grenade kills charge your rift. So that's really good. Wings of Sacred Dawn. Dawn Blade holds you in midair when you're aiming. Not going to need that now since I'm not using Dawn Blade. Vesper Radius. Rifts release an arc shockwave when cast. Rift energy recharges faster when you're surrounded by enemies. So I put it down, and if enemies are attacking me, I get my rift faster. Sanguine Alchemy. Rifts grant enhanced radar and mark enemies. That's really good for PvP. So may use that at some point. Chromatic Fire. I kind of played with this a little bit early on when we were on Titan, so it was a while ago. But kinetic precision kills create elemental explosions. So you shoot them in the head, boom, and it will give you an elemental charge. Phoenix Protocol. Gain super energy for kills and assists inside Well of Radiance. So this is exactly as it sounds. If I'm in there, or my teammates are in there getting kills, I will get my rift back or my well back faster. Super cool. Transversus steps, buff sprint, sprinting reloads current weapon. That's nice, especially in PvP, so if I'm running away, I don't have to worry about reloading. Lunafaction, I mentioned, rifts reload weapons, empowering rift increases range. So, really good for utilizing, like I said, if you're just got to put out some ammo. And Geomag stabilizers I got earlier. Extended Chaos Reach, sprinting can add super energy. So that's for the new Arc subclass, which I don't have. So I'm trying to remember which one it is. And I'm going to have to Google it here because I don't remember offhand. I think it's Sunbracers. So I'm going to go ahead and yank me out a pair. I mean, I'm not trying to do all that. So go ahead and put those on. They're not my highest level thing. I'm probably going to drop a little light level, but you know, hey, we're going to go with it. So what I'm going to do now is kind of give you guys a rough idea of what we're looking at here. So I got to finish up my flashpoint. You see it says powerful gear, powerful gear. That's really what you're shooting for every week. So you want to do whatever the flashpoint is. Kicked me out. Let me go back to it. IO. You'll have heroics. Sometimes you'll have them daily, sometimes not. It doesn't always reset. But whenever it says powerful gear, you want to get it done. Rupture, I might get there in time. We'll kind of go over this again while we're flying. Vanguard stuff. That's strikes and daily heroic story missions. It says weekly, so you only have to do 3, so we'll take a look at those next. Strikes, I gotta do. So daily, complete a strike. So what happens is after Tuesday, so Wednesday, one of the random things will reset. Whether it is Crucible, Gambit, Strikes, or Flashpoint, meaning the heroic story mission. One of those will reset them like every day. And it gives you a chance to get more powerful gear. So, there's a level 19. Let's go haul ass over here. And heroic story missions, probably by far the easiest way to get all this stuff. Like a good percentage really quick. I didn't get it in time. It's fine.
The ball again? With that blasted rock-shaking, concentration-shattering machinery!
Here we go. Got a good meal. Let's do it. Whee!
What a nice lander, sitting all alone out here. Let's take it.
As long as you can take it far, far away from me.
Oh, all dead. Oh, blue. Oh, shit, I almost died. Yes, that's what I thought. So, with Sunbracers, that's why it's not working right now. When I have my melee, basically, for a short period of time, you get basically infinite grenades. Really fun, super awesome. shoot, goddammit. Fuck. It's okay. It's all good. I'll get it next time. Time for your bullshit.
That's one more ship they won't see again.
Oh, shit, I shot the sword. Alright, so mistake one. You can die by the sword. So don't do what I just did. Stand there and burn, dummy. Dead. There it is. Oh. Somebody else? Anybody want to help me shoot this thing?
Asher, guess what we did?
Caused pandemonium among the Cabal, detonated vehicles, pulverized a commander.
Yes. How'd you know?
From the unbearable racket. My head.
Alright, so let's see where we're at with him. So I was at 50%. I did that. I am now at 75. So that's a good 25% right there. Nice and simple. Let's see. So we're going to go do this real quick. Get a Siebel. Let's go. So yeah, when I get my melee, solar grenades burn longer, melee kills restore them. That's kind of what they don't tell you, is that you have to have the let me put that on. Special ammo finder, that will help. Solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for a brief time. So it doesn't actually, it goes into more detail when you hover over the actual piece. But yeah, so that it's super imperative that you try to get the subclass, like get your melee as soon as you can. And the easiest way to do that, you got to cast supers, throw your grenades,
Hey, Asher, are
stuff
you
like
picking up
that.
anything strange on channel J1869? Sounds kind of like music.
Channel J what? No, I hear nothing of consequence on any of my scanners, including this one.
That's weird. I bet I can track it back to the source. Are they scanning that thing, or is it scanning them? There's a message encrypted in this music. Got it. Some kind of quotation. Real things in the darkness seem no realer than dreams. Asher, can you run an archive query for us? Asher. Channel's down. I'll run the query myself.
Alright, so these right here, you may have remembered again when we were going through Warmind, the campaign. I mentioned, oh, there are these frequencies that you get.
Turns out both the music and the quotation predate the traveler's arrival in this solar system. They're old. Maybe we activated some kind of high-tech time capsule.
Oh, and it closes. So when you get the frequencies, that's kind of what happens. Is you have to find where it's hidden. There's a butt ton of them in the game in Warmind. I haven't found all of them. There's videos and stuff, but when you create when you use the resonance stems to create the frequency, it tells you, oh, it's this one, and they each correlate to a specific location. But they all have music, and when you're finding them, once you find like so many of them, it gives you access to some hidden stuff. So, this way.
There's another old quotation encoded here. Misdirected by accident or intent, intelligence can foster its own ecstasies of growth and decay. The weird thing is this audio file was just updated. So, this can't be a time capsule. Someone's trying to talk to us. No, something. This has to be an AI, right? An old Golden Age AI, like failsafe.
Off we go to the next location. Now, normally a lot of the stuff you see me doing, you'll probably see it tomorrow when we stream. But we do it. We do it on Tuesdays. It's a lot to get done sometimes, depending on what time we start. But we try to knock out as much as we can, maybe except for like the nightfalls. Follow the music. Burn.
They're asleep. The music must have hypnotized them. This one says, once war has been undertaken, no peace is made by pretending there is no war. What does that mean? By pretending there is no war? I'm not sure I like the new guy.
So one thing you might find too as you're going throughout the world, as you get close to certain scannable items, you'll see like that little ghost icon pop up in the upper right hand corner. Now this one I'm kind of close to, and I'll scan it here in a second, but sometimes you don't even have to be that close. And what you do is when you bring out your ghost, let me see if it does it. See how kind of like it highlighted it for a second? Let me get a little closer to show you guys. See? So it's telling me... Oh, like that's a scannable.
I'm reading modern encryption here. Someone's been tampering with this access point to allow exos to interface with the Vex network.
So, as you can see, like, that gives you, like, some background. So, someone's been tampering with it to give exos access to the Vex network. Now, even though we know Cade's dead, if you recall back in the original D2 campaign, what was Cade trying to do? Use a Vex teleporter. So, that we're assuming that's who they're talking about. And actually, here we go.
Someone must be expecting us. Is anyone here? Rasputin?
And you actually find out through one of the scannables that it was Cade, that he was messing with it.
You know,
Not
I'm
surprising
gonna be really
enough.
disappointed if this is all just an elaborate trap to kill us.
So that right there, you notice when the thing's open, like these guys started kind of like fritzing out. It's kind of like, I feel like anyways, like Rasputin's way of helping us. Like, ow. I don't know what the modifiers are on this. We're going to look when we're done here. So you notice I'm also using my grenade as often as I can. Grenadier might be on. That's probably why I'm getting my shit back so quick. Because I did not look before I started the mission as to what modifiers were on. Probably should have, but I didn't. Now you'll notice that those guys, like, nothing happened to them. If I was using a void shotgun when I busted their shields, like, there would have been a big ass explosion, and those guys would have been toast. God bless. Still getting used to these control freaks. Oh!
Weaponized music, creepy quotations, all signs point to Rasputin. But I don't understand how he could be here.
Let's see. Oh. What is this? I don't think I've ever seen this.
Looks like this thing used to store files. Someone by the name of Bray scrubbed the data.
Huh. So that was new for me. I had never seen that. And we all know who Bray is now.
Ah, that music, it hurts. Just give me a second. It says, never ask for anything. Never for anything, and especially from those who are stronger than you. They'll make the offer themselves and give everything themselves. I don't understand. Wait, something's happening. Hey, sorry, I spaced out for a second there. What were we doing?
Oh, and see that one? I finished the flashpoint at the same time, so I got a new weapon. Right side of wrong pulse rifle. How close am I? 82%. That's good. Hunt down the wanted Arcadian Cord that escaped from the prison of elders. I'm not stressing doing this. This was a part of a mission to get Thunderlord, an exotic. I think I have it on this character. Or I might have moved it over to my Titan for the raid the other night. Oh, not the exotics. It's really good. Heavy machine gun. It was the first one introduced in a D2. But I'm not redoing the quest right now. It is really cool. You do get a chance to go back to the EDZ in the original game, but I'm just not. We don't really have the time. I didn't have much time to play last week, so I'm not far enough along that I feel like I want to push it. Guardian.
When I entered the Pyramidion, I was led astray by curiosity and self-interest. I now pay an expeditiously advancing price, comparable, regrettably, to how Cade's pride accosted him in the depths of that atrocious prison. As I understand it, retribution has had its claws in you. Bear in mind, assistant, try as you might, there's no circumventing the price.
All right. So that's another thing I did forget to mention. That one of the... Let's see, is that better? It is. But is it better than... Oh, geez, yeah, it's way better. But if you go to each planet, since Cade is now dead, they will... they each have kind of like text for you, where it's like, sorry, Cade's dead. I don't really know how else to do that, so... Oh, let me see. Complete bounties of any type. Okay. Well, this is a bounty, so we're going to go here. I'm actually going to go talk to Failsafe first to kind of get her talking out of the way. And then while we're flying, I'm going to look. So let's see what the modifiers are. I believe it is arc. Oh, it's not going to let me look while we're flying, which is fine. So let me see. So synergy. So we'll talk about this. So one thing you don't want to do ever, at least in my opinion, is have two similar weapons when you're playing the game seriously. Like, I've screwed around and I've had like double hand cannons, or something like that. Usually double hand cannon. That's kind of the only one you can really justify, at least to me. But one thing you'll kind of notice is like the range differences. So it's like a scout rifle and a shotgun. Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of range there. I can cover the long range. I can cover the close range. Mid range, not so much. That's but when you're playing, that's when you would use things like your grenades to kind of put some distance between you and your assailants. So let's go in here real quick. Talk to Failsafe. Oop. Pick it up.
Welcome aboard, Captain. It is wonderful to see you again. Did you know I eavesdropped on your triumphant fight with Gaul?
I was worried he was gonna, like, atomize you.
But he did not. He did not atomize you at all. You atomized him.
Anyway.
Since you are already here, perhaps you will consider staying a while? Several hundred years would be acceptable. Captain, I received word of the Cade unit's life status.
Dunzo.
Please let me know if there is anything I can do to accelerate and conclude your grief process.
'Cause I'm fine.
Anecdote. As the AI of Exodus Black, I experienced the death of every single one of my crew members. I hypothesize that the more loss one has suffered, the easier subsequent losses become. Field research has proven my hypothesis false. Losing Cade makes me feel... I feel terrible. Captain, hello. Today I am thinking about death. As you know, I was unable to save my crew when we crashed on Nessus.
Kind of hard to help when you don't have a body.
Many of the crew and colonists died immediately, but I have wondered if some survived. Sometimes I think I hear my former captain's voice on the comms. That is highly improbable, because he should be dead.
So, wanna look into that for me?
So this leads you to
Make 'em pay,
an
Cap.
exotic called Drang or Sturm. I always get the two mixed up. But one's a sidearm and one is a hand cannon. And basically when you get kills with the sidearm, it gives you like one overloaded bullet in the hand cannon. And depending on different buffs and stuff you have, like you can one tap somebody if you have, like, depending on the class you're playing and the different buffs you have at that time as your character, but it can be very lethal if you're good at that sort of thing. Here we go. So this is a bounty that I picked up from Spider. You may recall I picked it up the other day when we were there. This one will lead to powerful gear, recommended 540. No problem there. So what this does is if I had gone into this lost sector, which I mentioned last time, all of these are done in lost sectors. If I just went in here and did it, I wouldn't see the guy that we're looking for. Not at all. Not even a little bit. You have to trigger this variant by clicking on the adventure button. Now you see that there. That was the wanted enemy that normally we would be killing. And you see there that big explosion? That's because he had an arc shield. I shot him with arc. So Dunzo. Bruh, what is hitting me? So part of it's this captain here. He's dead. The other one. I don't see him. Oh. Wow, that sucks. He's like hidden up there. That's fine, I'll go take care of him. Oh. Man. Yeah, you were hidden pretty well there, buddy. that hydrant. Good. So you see respawning restricted, that's another reason why you have to click on that adventure flag. Again, if not, you don't get the mission variant. I got a little bit of damage on him. Oh! Well, I guess that'll work. In a weird way. Not what I intended for sure. So these right here, I don't know what they're actually calling them. You still got a shield. Which means I'm missing one. Somewhere, one or two. I thought I saw it. So this one sucks because of this right here. Like, if you don't find that thing quick enough and do some damage on them, damn enemies respawn. And it's not like I have a Nova Bomb that can do, like, massive AoE damage on him. You know? I'm trying to remember where this second anomaly is. Oh, shite. No, get down from there, dummy. See, it says anomaly detected, which means I was close. Problem is I can't freaking see it. Over. I guess I got it. See, anomaly detected means one is close. Oh, I'm still missing at least one. Oh! Priming. Alright. Fuck. I feel like it's somewhere easy. Shit. This one sucks. Why can't I find it? I feel like that's a fucked up location. Alright, so that took way longer than it should have. I don't know why I didn't check back there sooner. I think I did that last time I did this one. But you notice I've completed the bounty. So we're going to do this first. And I got a helmet. Alright, cool. Definitely stronger. Stronger. Stronger, which is weird, but we'll go with it. That's not going to be stronger. No. Nope. Okay. So, 678, that's cool. I'm gonna do another bounty, but I don't know which one I'm gonna do. Bert. You know what? I'm right here. Let's go do a quick fail-safe one. That way I can get that knocked out. Because I don't think I have any bounties to complete that aren't like solo. So we'll go knock it out. Follow me. Now, one other thing that you will notice is I'm going to go to the tower before we go do anything else. The reason for that is Winter Soldier. The reason is when you get the Prime Engrams, like I said, you usually get about 2 a day guaranteed. Anything else is kind of a bonus. But they're huge stat increases.
How can I help?
You can give me a bounty that I should have picked up sooner. Enemies, single super, cash codes, that's lost sectors. Sniper kills. I can do sniper kills. Do I have a sniper on me though? I don't. Alright, well I can fix that. I'll go supremacy. Move all my raid stuff back over here. We'll go supremacy here, and I'll do Nation of Beasts there. Sniper kills.
All alone. Ugh.
And how many do I need?
Humans.
15. Okay. Supremacy. I actually like this sniper. It's really fun to use. So this kind of can be the tedious part of this. And you're probably wondering why I'm not like going to another planet, or I probably could have knocked this out even on IO. Boom, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Asshole. So many is that? I mean, that's 35 of them. Kill clip. I couldn't help myself. That's a long way. I don't know if I got it. I'm not a good enough shot for that one. So where are we at now? We're already at 10. So a lot of these don't really take long when you're doing them. You know, if you're hitting your shots, which I don't always do. Oh! I stabbed him with my sword. That was good. I'm proud of that one. I shouldn't be, but I am. I'm super proud of that one. Enemies moving against each other. Oh, that's down in a little crevasse. Woo. And I'm done with that one. Done with that one. So now I can go to Ikora and get my thingamajigger, my bobber, whatchamacallits. Track list. Bye-bye. Alright. So now we're going to go to the tower. And again, the reason I'm doing this is because and I'll show you guys here, the Prime Ingram is a big jump, but it will give me, because it's already set at a certain level. Oh, and actually, yeah, I'll still go. It's going to give me a big jump, which is really what I need and what I want. So I don't have to go see the postmaster. So you'll notice I just got a bow randomly. Again, if you haven't been watching, I've talked about it probably every stream. Destiny Item Manager. It's your best friend. I definitely recommend going with it, using it, keeping it on you at all times. It's huge. So we're headed to the tower. So basically, Hawthorne, you can get if you're in a clan, you can get clan bounties from clan engrams from her. I'll show you guys what they are. I'm at 93% for getting my powerful from her for the week. Ikora, you have to do 20 bounties, so it can be the bounties from the Eververse. It can be the bounties from the planets. Just 20 bounties. Master Rahul, the Cryptarch, the only reason I go to him now is if I get yellows that, not even yellows, just the prime engrams, really. Gambit, we're not going to get done this week. I'm not going to play a game mode that stresses me out unnecessarily, and I'll explain why when we do go to play Gambit, which will probably be tomorrow, between tomorrow and Thursday. I'll have some Gambit time in. Probably Thursday. It's my day off. I'd rather push this out as far as I can, because Gambit is just not as fun as it used to be. Especially if you don't have a team of 3 or 4, working together. To me, it's just not fun. But we'll get into all that later. So now I'm going to go get my clan engram from Ikora. And if I was smart, I probably would have waited to turn in those bounties until after I got my prime engram. Because that's at a set level. I could have gotten some gear, and then gone to Ikora and maybe got a bigger upgrade.
Your light has not gone out.
Let's see. I did get a notorious engram. That's cool. Let's see. Did my heavy get my heavy didn't get an upgrade, which is fine. I don't expect many upgrades on my weapons right now because I acquired a lot of these on my Titan before I started to play the Warlock, so I'm not expecting to get a big turnover. So let's go talk to Rahul. Let's see what he says about this here prime engram.
A transaction to make, Guardian?
Ugh. Please don't be an upgrade. You're not. I don't want to do this. Alright. So that's done. Thank God. Atonement Tower. Let's
All
talk to
goods
Tess.
for trade. Take a look. Always.
And a lot of times you'll notice I pick these up. I don't even really look at them. If I get them done, I get them done. If I don't, I don't. So I just clear them because I don't like the flashy part.
Just browsing.
Dismantle.
Fine by me.
Unlock. Alright. So now off to do some daily heroic story missions. So these do change every day.
The world's changing, Guardian. You must prepare and adapt.
We'll just do this one. So the burns, arc singe, blackout, enemy melee attacks are significantly more powerful, and radar is disabled in grenadier. So my grenade abilities deal more damage and recharge much faster. So I know it's arc week, ends tomorrow, but I'm more interested right now in getting my subclass leveled up and raid ready. So the difference between these you see here, unlocked by defeating enemies with their solar abilities using the Attunement of Grace. So when I was leveling up to level 20, which was the original cap, you just got ability unlocks for these. You didn't have to kill anything with a specific subclass. I do like, though, using this.
Failsafe, we're at your coordinates. Cade is stuck inside a Vex portal system. Can you help us find the power source so we can get him out?
Oh yes, by locating the original Vex teleporter the Cade unit used, you can shut down the loop and free him. I can guide you there.
Okay, so we find this Vex teleporter and shut it down. Easy. Ew, this looks like the stuff inside the Vex.
It's called radiolaria. You know, mind fluid.
Ikora says it's an organic compound.
Already did.
Not pure robot.
So that's important. The Vex are not pure robot. This was something that was really discussed a lot in D1. So the radial area is mind fluid. I think the only thing that's still up for debate is exactly, like, are these the beings that are truly the Vex? Or are they Vex because they inhabit a body? Like, there's still some debate on all that. So damn you. Oh, let's have this. I didn't think that get bunched up.
What could have possibly brought Cade to Nessus?
I know the answer.
1, stop listening in on us. 2, what's the answer?
He asked me not to tell anyone.
So
Warning! Vex threat detected. They are blocking your path to the Cade unit's teleporter. You will have to eliminate them.
So I'm going to duck back here for a minute. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about with the sun bracers here. Alright, so let's unlock this. And this is really the easiest way to level up this subclass. Let's do this. So I'm going to throw a grenade. It's going to kill those guys. See, now I've killed him. See, I mean, extremely handy. I could have thrown more if I hadn't, in fact, kind of backed myself into that corner over there. But as you can see, extremely handy. Oh my god, that was terrible. Oh.
I thought your wholesale destruction of the Vex would make me miss my captain and crew less.
Did it?
It did not.
It did not.
This is the Vex teleporter?
Yes, the Cade 6 will want it. You should pick it up.
Take that, you scrap heap! I'm out, baby! Out! Woo!
Hey, where are you?
Hey! You did it! You got me out! Ha! 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 Where am I?
Cade unit, you are near the remains of my reactor core. Welcome to the Exodus Black, where all your dreams come true.
Seems like you've met my new friends, Failsafe and her evil twin, Failsafe.
Which is the evil one?
Uh-oh. Fallen's got the Vex in a tizzy, and by tizzy, I mean murderous rampage.
If I had feelings, they would be hurt.
I'll hunker down in the Exodus Black.
Here, but my hull is in 108 pieces. Decks 1 through 20 are buried, and my coolant system...
I am a mess.
Oh, we know, Failsafe. We know.
I was hoping that Fallen and Vex would finish each other off on Venus.
But then you'd miss all the fun.
That is a really big Vex.
So, see, that's the downside of Sunbracers. You don't get to kill. You don't get to continue to use grenades infinitely. Put that damn thing out. Whoop. Now, luckily in this case, Grenadier is on, so I don't have to stress it as much.
Guys, we're blocked. The Vex put up a barrier.
I know how to disable that barrier.
The Gate Lord's down. Hold on, Cade. We're on our way.
The big Vex. Smash it.
The big Vex
That's
smash
good
it.
to hear, because the Fallen just found us.
Activating defensive shield. The Cade 6 must stand back.
Hey, you probably want to hustle. I think they just said something about ripping my beautiful horn off my face. My beautiful, beautiful horn.
Intruder alert.
And again, my elixir is pretty rusty.
It's us!
So again, you're going to see here in this mission how this is definitely more of a support super, in the fact that I'm not really going to be able to do any damage to the boss, at least with my super. sloppy there. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to do the majority of my damage to him via my super. So it does suck in that regards. Simply because when you think super, a lot of times that's what a lot of people think. I stabbed him in his face. Dead.
Hey, that fallen dropped something.
Shock and fallen.
You have saved us. Updating my crew log. New captain registered. Welcome aboard, Captain.
And you notice, I mean, that was relatively quick. Nothing special there. Now the idea here, you know, it says it's going to orbit. The idea is to kind of pick up, do the mission. You know, you got to do it 3 times. It's like in this case, I'm immediately going right back into the same one. Why? We all saw that outside of me being an idiot and dying. It's super quick, and there's nothing that says you have to do a different one each time. It's kind of like the nice little exploit for that Bungie left in there. So in this case, I got that done in a handful of minutes. Why waste time doing something else? I know I can do that quick. I'm going to get in there and go. So, okay. Phone's going crazy.
Failsafe, we're at your coordinates. Cade
right.
is stuck inside a Vex portal system. Can you help us find the power source so we can get him out?
Oh yes, by locating the original Vex teleporter the Cade unit used, you can shut down the loop and free him. I can guide you there.
Okay, so we find this Vex teleporter and shut it down. Easy. Ew, this looks like the stuff inside the Vex.
It's called radiolaria. You know, mind fluid.
Ikora says it's an organic compound, which means the Vex are not pure robot.
So you're probably wondering why I'm still like using the grenade as soon as I get it. Again, remember, I have to get kills with the abilities, and the only ones that I really have are my melee and my grenade. So
I know the answer.
1, stop listening in on us. 2, what's the answer?
He asked me not to tell anyone.
pools of luminance. I have questions about these pools. That looks like it's from the vault of glass.
The Vex teleporter is behind this energy barrier.
Where are the Vex?
Warning, Vex threat
Oh,
detected.
because I didn't
They
go
are
in the
blocking
exact
your
spot in
path
the room?
to the cave unit's teleporter.
That
You will
sucks.
have to eliminate them.
Whoa. Fuck. I'm gonna die again. No, I'm not. There we go. Grenades all around. Oh, what? Boo. Second one. Alright. Some work stuff popped up. Okay. Not relating to me, so not worrying about it. Yay, big group
Warning,
text.
Vex threat detected. They are blocking your path to the cave unit's teleporter. You will have to eliminate them.
Now, the one thing about being up here, like, yes, as you can see, this is like a hell of a lot slower. But it does keep me out of danger, especially with blackout on. But there will be a couple of guys that will spawn up here eventually. Oh, sounds like they're here. Go. Hey, you. Go away. And I am kind of taking my time killing them, because I am trying to use my grenade as much as possible.
I thought your wholesale destruction of the Vex would make me miss my captain and crew less.
Did it?
It did
It
not.
did not.
This is the Vex teleporter?
Yes, the Cade 6 will want it. You should pick it up.
Take that, you scrap heap! I'm out, baby! Ouch! Woo!
Kate, where are you?
Hey! You did it! You got me out! Ha! 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 Where am I?
Cade unit, you are near the remains of my reactor core. Welcome to the Exodus Black.
Where come true.
Seems like you met my new friends, Failsafe, and her evil twin, Failsafe. Uh-oh. Fallon's got the Vex in a tizzy, and by tizzy, I mean murderous rampage.
Which is the evil one?
I'll hunker down in the Exodus Black.
If I had feelings, they would be hurt. Here, but my hull is in 108 pieces. Decks 1 through 20 are buried, and my coolant system...
I am a mess.
Oh, we know, Failsafe. We know.
I was hoping the Fallen and Vex would finish each other off on Venus.
But then you'd miss all the fun.
That is a really big Vex.
So yeah, you see there, I can throw out quite a few grenades all at once. I should have reloaded.
The Gate Lord's down. Hold on, Kate. We're on our way.
That's good to hear, because the Fallen just found us.
Activating defensive shield. The Cade 6 must stand back.
Hey, nice one, Failsafe. The Fallen can't get to us now. That's right, though. They can't, right? Get to us. Hey, you probably want to hustle. I think they just said something about ripping my beautiful horn off my face. My beautiful, beautiful horn.
Intruder alert.
And again, my elixir is pretty rusty.
Hey, that Fallen dropped something.
Oh, I got him. Dead. Oh.
You have saved us. Updating my crew log.
Alright. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
New captain registered. Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh. Alright, you guys. I'm going to take a quick break, so this is actually going to go to orbit. I will be right back. I'm going to go grab some dinner, and then I shall return. Hey everybody, so I'm actually going to have to call it a night. My very pregnant wife is not feeling well, so got to take care of her, but I will be back tomorrow. Everybody have a good night. See you guys later.